Hey everyone, welcome back to Midweek Mobility. I'm Claudia Challoner, Doctor of Physical Therapy with MUMA RX, and today we're going to be taking you through some squat preparation. Teresa covered a little bit with the front squat last week, but today we're just going to focus on the squat position, opening up the hips and down into that lower leg. So first off, first question is it mobility or is it a motor control issue? If you're having trouble getting into the bottom squat position, but let's say we go into an assisted position. So if my full squat position is, I'm just coming here, I'm really struggling with getting past that parallel position, and I come over here and I have a little bit of assistance with my squat, and let's say I could go full depth. I can get my butt all the way down to my calves and I'm in an upright position. So that might be more of a motor control issue of you not being able to control your body down into that motion. So then that's just going to take relearning that pattern and making sure you have a lot of repetitions and practice with that. So if it's a mobility issue, and let's say I do have some assistance and I'm still not getting into that bottom position, still struggling at that bottom position, then these are some techniques to kind of prep you for that squat. So the first is going to be that tibial internal rotation. So you're going to get on in a kneeling position. Feet are going to come out. So I'm going to show you from the back angle. We're going to be driving the heels out in that position. So we're trying to work on this rotation here, okay? So we need tibial internal rotation in order to get into that bottom position of our squat. Whenever we have dorsiflexion with our ankle, we need rotation internally with that tibia. So hang out in that position, a minute or two, driving those heels out. The next one would be for your calves. So you can get into a half kneeling position. We're driving that knee over that toe, really pushing our knee forward. You can come out to the side, a little bit angle, making sure that the heel is not coming up off the ground. Driving forward, we can kind of cycle through 20 to 30 reps of that, coming forward and then also coming out. The next one we're going to work on is some hip external rotation. So in order to be able to drive those knees out in that bottom position, we need good hip external rotation. So you're going to get into this position here. We have one leg back, one leg forward, and you're going to bring your body over your leg. So we're still maintaining contact with that back hip. So you should feel a stretch back in that forward leg. And then you can also work to the outside, bringing that chest lower, coming back to the center, and then also coming back to the outside. So we can cycle through 20 reps of that, going side to side and also working both legs on that one. For our hip adduction stretch, so these muscles in here, if these are tight, it's going to be really hard for us to drive out our knees in that squat position. So we might have a little bit of knee coming in with that squat position. So we're going to get into, if any of you yogis are familiar with kind of the frog position, we're going to actually just go single leg. One leg is back, one leg is out, and we're going to be cycling through, coming up and back down. So you're definitely going to feel a nice stretch on that inner thigh there. Working both sides there, so from the front, cycling through, coming up and down. All right, so cycling through about 20 reps of that, just nice and easy, back and forth. The last one is going to be some squat cycles. So here in this position, we're going to reach down and grab our toes, drop into that squat position, driving those knees out, pulling our chest up, and then driving our knees back out. Really feeling that stretch in the back of your hamstrings. Dropping down again, chest forward, driving those knees out, and then back up. Going through 20 reps of that. So after we get done with a little bit of mobility, a little bit of stretching, we're going to work into some activation, okay? So hip rotation is going to be important for our motor control with our squat. So you're going to get on yourself. stomach here. You can support your forehead with your hands. And you're gonna bring one leg up. We're really trying to get that full range of motion without rotating our body or lifting up. And then back down. Up with the other leg, really trying to get that full range of motion, and then back down. So cycle through 20 reps of that. And then we're going to put it all into practice with a full squat. So if you come on over here, we're going to stack up 2 boxes on the sides. So you can do this with boxes, or you can just use a wall and a box, whatever you have around. And what we're going to do is we're going to set up in our squat stance in the middle of the boxes, okay? And I'm going to drop into my squat and drive my knees out into the box. So what the box is providing is a little bit of feedback for me to drive my knees out. Come back up, dropping into that squat position, I'm driving my knees out and back up. So you can go through 20 to 30 reps of that. If you don't have a box set up, or if you have a smaller band that you can work with, you can also do banded squats, just using the band around your knees there. Same kind of concept. The band is going to be giving us a little bit of feedback on our knees to really drive them out and activate our hip rotators. So driving out there, back up, driving down there. So again, 20 to 30 reps. Check back in next week for more prep.